स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे नामचिन्तामणि कृष्णश्चैतन्य रसविग्रह पूर्णशुद्धो नित्यमुक्तो अभिन्नत्वां नाम नामिनो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवात्सादि गौरभक्तवृन्दा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृताद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तेर्भवती नैष्टिकी सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मतस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमापोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविद् एव चाहम् Glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam by Srila Sanatana Goswami. सर्वशास्त्राभिपीयूष सर्ववेदैकसत्फला सर्वसिद्धान्तरत्नाद्य सर्वलोकैकदिक्प्रदा सर्वभागवता प्राणा श्रीमद्भागवता प्रभो कलिद्वन्द्वोदित्य श्रीकृष्ण परिवर्तिता परमानन्दपाठाय प्रेमवर्षि ते सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय श्रीकृष्णाय नमोऽस्तु मे मदेकबन्धो मत्सङ्गिन् मद्गुरु मन्महादना मन्निष्ठारकमद्भाग्या मदानन्द नमोऽस्तु ते असाधु साधु तादायिन्नतिनीचोचताकरा आनमुञ्च कदाचिन्मां प्रेम्नहृत्कण्ठयो स्फुरा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरि यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दं माधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं हरि ओम् ॐ तत्सत् हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna Mataji Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna to all. Welcome to this morning session of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, please bless me so that I speak the right words in the right mode, doing this as a service to the Supreme Lord, to please the Lord as a service and for my own gratification. So if one or two of you all can keep the cameras on, it would be better so that, uh, a communication, if possible, it would be great. So we are in the fourth canto. Am I audible?
Yes, Mataji. What did you say the last line? If it is possible, what did you say that?
If one or two person can keep the cameras on so that, I know that I'm communicating.
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Yeah.
Devotees, please, whoever can switch on the cameras, it will be great. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So we are in the fourth canto, creation of the fourth order. So we finished the 10th chapter, right? So in the 10th chapter, towards the end, we saw that it was a battle between the Yakshas and Dhruva Maharaj, right? Dhruva Maharaj was delivering three arrows, and in retaliation, they were aiming around six arrows, and there were 130,000 soldiers, correct? So, and Dhruva Maharaj was throughout, the analogy was given. What was the analogy given? Wherein the Dhruva Maharaj was, directed by, he was showered by the arrows. So there was an analogy given. Somebody, if anybody can recollect that. It says like, no, like how the uh, rain falls onto the mountains, right? Similarly, they were, aiming arrows at Dhruva Maharaj. And even then, Dhruva Maharaj, he was able to come out of it. But then later on, what did they do is they created illusion. Right, there were cloud, mountain. He could see mountains in the sky, and then hailstones, which was carrying all obnoxious material. Then there were very wild animals, snakes approaching him. Then what you call the waves, from the ocean rowing and coming towards him, approaching him. These were all the illusions that were created by the yakshas. But then there it was mentioned that, yeah, these illusions can actually cause fear for those who are not devotees. But then they directed that at Dhruva Maharaj. And during that time only the Muni, the sages came and they advised us, giving him some advice. That was this advice. That advice was the last, wherein in the last two line of that advice it says, Yan namadeyam abhi dhaya nishayam chada loka agnasa tarati dushtaram anga mrityu. It is telling that they were advising him that the holy name of the Lord is as powerful as the Lord himself. Therefore, simply chant and hearing of the holy name of the Lord, many men can be protected from the fierce death without difficulty. Thus, a devotee is saved. Actually, here it says that the sages were telling him and then reminding him of the Narayana Astra which he had been given by the Lord. The Astra that is made by the Lord Himself. So the Lord's name, qualities, His weapons, His everything are similar. There is no difference. So that was just a reminder to him that you have this Narayana Astra, which is capable of removing this illusion. And you have to use it. That was indirectly they were telling him to use that astra. So in this 11th chapter, where it is Swayambhuva Manu advises Dhruva Maharaj to stop fighting, I'm going to cover the first six verses. Where the first two verses is the Narayana Astra, how the Narayana Astra vanquished all illusions. Then third is the arrows entered the enemy soldiers with tumultuous sound. Yakshas were agitated and angrily rushed towards Dhruva. Dhruva killed them and sent them to Brahmaloka. And the sixth verse is Swayambhuva Manu is advising uh, Dhruva Maharaj to stop the war. So this is all about. So yeah, we understand that yes, there is a war. He was put under illusion, and then to overcome that illusion, it was said that you use the Narayana Astra. So we can understand what is the message, because every verse, every sentence in this, every words of the verses in the Srimad Bhagavatam is it is teaching us, it is giving us some understanding how we have to live in this material world, overcoming the three modes of nature. Maya metam tarantite. We have to overcome it. Only then we can approach the Supreme Lord. So let us understand what Prabhupada is, the purpose from the Prabhupada, and what is the understanding that we should take from these verses. Yeah, okay, he was put into, they created an illusion, right? That is how we are in this material world. We are in this illusion and we get carried away by the illusion. So even Dhruva Maharaj was put into illusion. So what are the advice that the sages gave him? How to overcome that illusion? What is the takeaway point that we have to take? We have to take that so that we can overcome this illusion. So we are all in this illusion in this material world, right? So let us understand the first verse. It say Maitreya uvacha nissamya gatatamevam rishinam danushi dhruva sandades astram upasprashya yannarayana nirmitam. Yeah, Vasudha Mataji, Hare Krishna. You can start.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, दंडवत प्रणाम माताजी. मैत्रेय उवाच निसम्यागदतामेवं ऋषीणां धनुषी ध्रुवः सन्ददे अस्त्र उपस्पृश्य यन्नारायण निर्मितम्. हरे कृष्ण. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Translation, yes, Shilpa Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dhanvat Pranam Mataji. Sri Maitreya said, My dear Vidura, when Dhruva Maharaj heard the encouraging words of the great sages, he performed the Achman by touching water and then took up his arrow made by Lord Narayan and fixed it upon his bow. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Rohini Mataji, the purport.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dhruva
Jai.
Maharaja was given a specific arrow made by Lord Narayana himself, and he now fixed it upon his bow to finish the illusory atmosphere created by the yakshas. As it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita 7.14, Mam eva ye prapadyante maya etam tarantite. Without Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, no one is able to overcome the action of the illusory energy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has also given us a nice weapon for this age, as stated in the Bhagavatam, Sango Pangastra. In this age, the Narayana Astra, or the weapon to drive away Maya, is the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra in pursuance of the association of Lord Chaitanya, such as Advaita Prabhu, Nityananda, Gadadhara, and Srinivasa.
Yes,
Shall
that's
I?
it. No, Mataji, that's it. Okay. So here we see that it is said that Yan Narayana Nirmitam. That is the weapon. The sages were telling him, that Maitreya Muni is telling that the sages told them that this weapon that has been given to you, it is Nirmitam. That is, it has been manufactured, made by Lord Narayana, by Lord Narayana. So he is telling Sandade Astram Upasprishya. Then when he was told that, he immediately did the Achman and he took the Narayana Astra to direct it at the illusion that is created by other yakshas. So what do we understand from this? Okay, this is a war that is taking place. There is an illusion created and it is being told that you use this astra to destroy it. So what do we understand? Yes,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji, Dhanvat Pranams.
Pranam, Mataji.
I just guess, I'll try to guess, Mataji. In this Kali Yuga, Nama Sankirtana is the most powerful weapon to escape from this material world. So, and this illusion that is around us. Maybe we have to take the mantra. Chanting
Yeah,
of Hare Krishna Mahamantra will take us away from the illusion.
yeah, Sango Pangastra. Yeah, anybody remembers that verse which describes that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come into this world and then he has given us this astra, of of Kirtana, by which we can come out of this
Krishnavarnam
illusion.
Tvasa Krishna.
Can that, Mataji, can you recite it?
Krishnavarnam Tvisha Krishna Pangastra Parsadam Yaja
Yajna.
यज्ञे संकीर्तनं प्रायेत् यजन्ति हि सोमेधसः.
So Medasaha, yes. So for this age of Kali, we are also given one astra, right? A weapon has been given. That is the Sankirtana. Right? With that, we can remove the illusion. So that is a takeaway point from this. Right? Yeah, the illusion is created. And how to come out of this illusion? The sages said that you have to use that astra. That's so we have to always take the shelter of the Supreme Lord. Only then we can overcome this astra. So that's why it is a Mam eva ye prapadyante maya metan tarantite. Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita that Devi hesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya. Mam, no. Yes. They can somebody recite that?
दैवी हि एषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां
Maya metam
तरन्ति ते.
tarantite. So to overcome the Maya, we have to take the shelter of the Supreme. Right? Those who surrender unto the Lord, Lord will take care of him. Mame prapadyante maya metan tarantite. So that is what we have to understand that in this verse, it is focusing the Prabhupada's intention of this purport is that he is directing us towards devotional service. So in short, let us understand that Srila Prabhupada explains that Dhruva Maharaj, although you are powerful, he is determined from all the stories that we heard from in this fourth canto about Dhruva Maharaj, it is always describing about his determination. He is the epitome of determination, and we have to take lessons from him, how determined he was, and that is why he could achieve the goal. Right? Though he started the austerity for material benefits, right? But then because he took the shelter of the Lord gave him the intelligence, and thus he realized that, oh, what did I ask for? I asked for glass pieces, right? I should have asked the shelter. So that was the understanding. So here it said, though he was powerful and determined, but he always acted according to higher spiritual authority. Even when he went to the forest, he was guided by Narad Muni. Here, when he was in the war, the sages came over there and they guided him. Yeah, you have this Narayana Astra. You take the shelter of the Narayana Astra, right? So it symbolizes divine empowerment. He was told to take that Astra, which symbolizes that it is a divine empower. So one must rely on the spiritual strength rather than just material efforts. Therefore, it is told us that for us it is Guru, then we have to take the
Sadhu Shastra, Guru Sadhu
Sadhu
Shastra.
Shastra.
yeah, it is Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. We have to rely on these three factors. When it is not on our own material strength or skill that we can overcome. Nothing is possible. You see, Dhruva Maharaj, he did so much austerity, but right, he saw the Lord also. He was blessed, but even then during the war, when he was put into illusion, it is only the sages told him, take the shelter of the Guru, of Lord Narayana. Even Arjuna was such a great warrior. What was that? He was not perfected, but even then he was so much morose when he saw his own relatives. So he did not win the war because of his own strength. It is only because Krishna was there with him. And when Krishna disappeared, even though he had that Gandiva, he was not able even to defeat the normal cowherd men, right? So Allah, this is what we should understand, that at our own strength, we cannot overcome. It is always whatever we do, we have to take the shelter of the Lord. Only then we can progress. So this illustrates the principles that a devotee, even when he engage in worldly duty, should always act with firm faith in the Supreme Lord's and arrangement. So this is what it is said, that we have to take the shelter. So how can we do it practically? Few of us can give some like how in your life that you're doing the activities also, but at the same time you are balancing it with the spiritual.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, strictly following whatever our Shastras are advising us to do is
Any
what.
example, Mataji, that you have
Like
done it like that?
not eating anything which is not offered to the Lord.
Very good.
Of course, the following the four principles is very, very basic, because that
Yes.
makes us humans. So that is very
Yeah.
basic. But other than that, not eating anything which is not offered or which is not prasadam.
Okay, that is
That
one.
is one.
Anybody else?
Mataji, we need to connect all our activities to Krishna, everything, and not to take any credit. And then we should think that everything happens with His mercy.
Yeah, practically, how are you doing that, Mataji?
Means like
Any realization, any incidents, episodes which you can relate?
yeah, like supposing now we are traveling somewhere by vehicle, and something we just managed to escape, and we just narrowly escape. So we think that is Krishna's, because of Krishna. And if something good happens, what we wanted to do, that also if happens, we need to give credit to Krishna. Because of him only all this happened. So at every stage, if we remember Krishna and think because of him only, then I think we get a satisfaction also, and we feel happy. That's my understanding, Mataji.
Yeah. So here,
Hare
just act.
Krishna Mataji.
When we have to go somewhere to do something, if we can't decide, we'll say we'll leave it to Krishna. No, let him decide.
Yeah. Anything
So
else?
we can't
Anybody
decide
wants to
anything on
add?
our own.
Mataji, we chant, begin the day with chanting
Mataji.
and doing Narsimha Arati. Whenever going anywhere, we do Narsimha Arati and start.
Yeah, we take his shelter that we are starting. We pray that whatever obstacles that comes, please take care of it. Right? Yeah,
Yes,
that is a
Mataji.
very good way. Very good. Yes. So here it says, act with divine guidance. Just as Dhruva Maharaj did not act alone, but relied on the instructions of the great sages. Therefore, we should seek the guidance. Even Arjuna was there, na Karpanya show. He said that now I'm confused. I do not know anything. You just guide me what I should do. But we are not that elevated or that lucky as Arjuna. So we have Guru, we have the Shastras, we have the sadhus, what the earlier acharyas has given us, the instructions given by them. Correct? Spiritual empowerment. Any actions we take should be backed by Krishna's will. Whether it is on personal or professional life, relying solely on material strength without spiritual backing is insufficient. Balance between effort and faith. In our where I am working, we had this year of sustainability. Every year we have, they declare that this is the year of sustainability. This is the year of community. So in the last year, we had that year of sustainability. So every branch was taking up how to serve, how to we can conserve water, we can conserve electricity, we can conserve consumption of papers like that. So then I just gave them the idea because we are in the Gulf country. So here it is not so much, wherever we go, it is all non-veg eaters, maximum 90% are. So I just told them that why don't we do like this sustainability? So sustainability should start in the house itself, right? So let us, because everybody has got health issues. So why not we go vegetarian one day? And I took hold of a person who is a local from here itself. I said, but so they were also quite okay with, because everybody now is health conscious also. Many people are becoming vegans, right? In whatever way it is. But then, many people liked it also, and they started, okay, it is just once a week, so why not? So like that, so we went, and it so happened that there were so many, after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, like and every Monday we had decided that let us go one day without be vegetarian. And that every Monday there was this person, he would send, there were some people who did not know if it is vegetarian, how to, what to cook, how can we breakfast, lunch, and dinner, how to do it. So there was this person who used to put recipes in the group. This is what you have to do. This is what, you can have like this. You can, and many adopted it. And there was one staff who actually had issues with cholesterol. So she was telling that her cholesterol could come down. There was one who was trying to lose weight. Maybe it is on the material level, but at least that one day, ethically they could accept it. So like that, various places where even during the month of Damodar also we go to people's house, right? At least in some way or the other, let them hear the glories of the Lord, and so that we can spread the cult of Krishna consciousness. So Dhruva had did not remain passive, but he took action and he ensured that every action is in harmony with higher wisdom. So in our lives also, we should also strive for this balance. Work hard, but trust on Krishna's plan. Right? We should do our prescribed duty, that it is said. But we should not be attached to the mafalishu karmabi. We should not be attached to the result. Whatever be the result, but we should do our duty. Then weapons of devotion. Just as Dhruva used the divine weapon for us for this age is the chanting of the holy names. We can arm ourselves with spiritual tools like we should chant, we should keep reading scriptures. ICF is giving us such a good platform, for us, at least 1 hour of that day, everybody coming together. So, it brings us, in fact, for me, I look forward for this class, whatever be it. Even I try to attend the other days also, so I can get something or in some way it will help in my purification. It is in one of the verses it is said that the happiness, everybody is striving for happiness, right? Even Dhruva Maharaj in his prayers, in one of the prayers he is telling, ya nivritas tanubritam tava pada padma dhyanat bhavat jana katha shravanena vasyat. Ya nivritas means the transcendental happiness for these embodied sail. Tava Britam, Tava Pada Padma, Dhyanat, when you meditate upon the lotus feet of the Lord, and Bhavat Jana, that is when a Katha Shravanena, when you hear from whom? From the realized soul of the Lord, then it becomes Masyat, then you will experience transcendental bliss. We always hear that you hear it from a pure devotee of the Lord. Why it is said that hear from a pure devotee of the Lord?
Because he has already seen the Lord, no Mataji.
They have
Realize the truth,
Yeah,
Mataji.
it becomes
realized the
more
truth.
potent, like they say that when you are chanting, yes, you are chanting, but without the real chanting starts when you take initiation, when that bead is given to us, which has been chanted by the Guru, then it becomes more potent. He invests his energy in it. So that is why we say Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam Shuka Mukhadamrita Drava Samyutam Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavakaha. This amongst all the scriptures, the sweetest and the succulent fruit is Srimad Bhagavatam. Why? Why it is the sweetest amongst all?
Because
The ripened
telling
fruit,
about
Mataji.
Krishna from it.
Ripened fruit.
They're telling about Krishna.
It is a Amala
Ah,
Purana.
essence of all
Mala
the
Purana.
yes,
Amala
somebody said,
Purana.
because it is all the Leelas of Krishna.
Leelas of Krishna.
Of Krishna and his devotees. Therefore, it
Yes.
is the
So
sweetest
sweet.
of all. Yeah. And that when it is, any sweet fruit, when it is pecked by a bird, it is said to be very sweet, right? People go and take that fruit because that is the sweetest amongst all. Yeah. So that fruit, when it is told by a pure devotee, it becomes more relishable. It has the power that we can, it inspires us than hearing it from others. So we should always, and that too from that Guru, that realized soul who is in the parampara, because he gives us the right knowledge, the right understanding, and it is very potent. So this verse teaches us that the true strength lies in acting with Krishna's support rather than merely depending upon our own abilities. Okay. So this is the understanding, and then we go on to the second verse. Yes, Kripamai Mataji, this verse 2. I think Mataji got some issue with her net. Anybody else can take the second verse.
Hare Krishna Mataji, shall I read?
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
सन्ध्यामानये तस्मिन् माया गुह्यकनिर्मिताः क्षिप्रं विनेशुर्विदुरा क्लेशज्ञानोदये यथा. Thank you, Mataji. Should I read it now?
Somebody else can read? So thus everybody is involved in it. Sharmila Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As soon as Dhruva Maharaja joined the Narayana Narayanastra arrow to his bow, the illusion created by the yakshas was immediately vanquished, just as all material pains and pleasures are vanquished when one becomes fully cognizant of the self. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Sudha Mataji.
Hare
The
Krishna Mataji.
purport.
Pranams. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Krishna is like the sun, and Maya, or the illusory energy of Krishna, is like darkness. Darkness means absence of light. Similarly, Maya means absence of Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness and Maya are always there side by side. As soon as there is awakening of Krishna consciousness, all the illusory pains and pleasures of material existence are vanquished. Maya metam tarantite. Constant chanting of the Maha Mantra will keep us always aloof from the illusory energy of Maya. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Krishna, Surya Sama, right? And Maya is Andhakar. When there is light, there is no darkness, right? Whenever we enter a dark room, we immediately put the light. We know nobody likes the darkness. We want light, right? So similarly, it is said that take the a shelter of Krishna consciousness. You can overcome this illusion. Maya metam tarantite. This is what it says, and we'll read the third also, and then the second and third we can do together. Yeah, somebody can take up this third verse.
Chandana Mataji, you can read the shloka, Mataji. Hare Krishna. And Kripa Mai Mataji, the translation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
तस्या शास्त्रं धनुषि प्रयुञ्जतः सुवर्णपुङ्खाकलहं सवाससः विनिहृष्टा आविविशुद्विषद्बलं यथा वनं भीमरवाशिखण्डिनः. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji's translation by A.C. Prabhupada ki jai. Even as Dhruva Maharaja fixed the weapon made by Narayana Rishi onto his bow, arrows with golden shafts and feathers like the wings of a swan flew out from it. They entered the enemy soldiers with a great hissing sound, just as peacocks enter a forest with tumultuous crowing. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, thank you. Hare Krishna.
This is just an explanation of how they one says the second verse says that you have to take up Krishna consciousness. Even the Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita, Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita, the fourth verse, what does it say? Jnanadipena Bharata, Nashayami Atmabhavastu Jnanadipena Bhavata. So everywhere the teaching is that if you want to come out of this illusion, the attachment basically is the attachment. Whatever we do, if we see even Kunti Maharani, even Dhruva Maharaj in his prayers, what are they praying for? That if you feel that these attachments are will take me away from the devotion, then please cut off these attachment of the family ties. This is what, because they are all on bodily concept. So does that mean that we should not have any feelings or emotions?
No, Mataji, not at all.
Then how do we progress then, Mataji?
Mataji, internally we should be connected to Krishna. Externally we should be doing all the duties, Mataji. As a mother, as a father.
Yeah. As a mother, as a father, we have to do the duties, but it is our duty also that we have to connect them also to Krishna consciousness. We should guide them also towards Krishna consciousness. That is our duty. Then we are successful in our duty. Okay. So that is how we have to understand. So here Dhruva Maharaj fixed up the weapon and that weapon entered. So just like it is given a comparison of the peacock. Nothing much in that. We'll go on to the fourth verse. Archana Mataji.
Hare Krishna, pranams Mataji.
तैस्तिक्मधारे पठाने शीले मुखैर्हितस्तथा पुण्यजना उपादृता तम् अभ्यादावलिपतिता उभायुधा सुपर्णम् उन्नतः फना इवाहया. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Translation, Suma Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you Mataji.
Hare
Dandat
Krishna.
pranams.
Pranams.
Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Those sharp arrows dismayed just who became almost unconscious, but various yakshas on
Not
the
audible, Mataji.
battlefield against Hare Krishna Bol Mataji.
It's breaking.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Can you hear me Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Okay, Mataji,
Hare-
go ahead.
Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. Those sharp arrows dismayed the enemy soldiers who became almost unconscious, but various yakshas on the battlefield in a rage against Dhruva Maharaja somehow or other collected their weapons and attacked. Just as serpents agitated by Garuda rushed towards Garuda with upraised hoods, all the yaksha soldiers prepared to overcome Dhruva Maharaj with their upraised weapons. Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. The fifth verse.
Hare Krishna Mataji, kindly raise your hands or Prabhuji to read. Hare Krishna.
Pranali Sen Mataji, you can recite.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Satan pras स्रक्तेर अभि प्रसक्तिर अभिधावतो मृदे निकृत बाहुरु शिरोधरोधरन् निनायलोकं परम अर्कमण्डलं व्रजन्ति निर्भयायम् ऊर्ध्वरेतसा निर्विद्यायम् ऊर्ध्वरेतसा. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Padma Mataji can also recite.
No, Mataji, I'll read.
Okay, anybody can recite?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Can I try?
Mm.
Vasudha Mataji, you want to go ahead, please?
Yeah. Sloka only, no, Mataji?
Yes, the verse, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Satan अभिधावतो मृधे निकृत बाहुरुशिरोधरोधरान् निनाय लोकं परमार्कमण्डलं व्रजन्ति निर्भिद्ययम्बूर्ध्व रेतसः. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Translation, Prashanti Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam. Translation by Prabhupada ki jai. When Dhruva Maharaja saw the Yakshas coming forward, he immediately took his arrows and cut the enemies to pieces. Separating their arms, legs, heads, and bellies from their bodies, he delivered the Yakshas to the planetary system, which is situated above the sun globe and which is attainable only by first-class brahmacharis who have never discharged their semen. Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Hare Krishna Mataji. See, when you use take the shelter of the Supreme Lord, everything, all the illusion, its head, belly, everything will be destroyed. Nothing will be there, which will attack us. So here it is said that, but if another thing which is focused here is that Dhruva Maharaj killed them. A devotee of the Lord, when he kills a non-devotees, what will happen? They will attain a higher planet, which is actually attained by those people who do lot of austerity. They do not discharge. They are those brahmacharis who do lot of austerities for years together. Then they get that planet. But the potency of the devotees of the Lord, that they are able, when they are killing that person, a non-devotee, that devotee very easily he can get that planet. So you can understand that this is killing, but when you hear from that devotee, how much effect does it have? This is all in a subtle way which we should understand. then Prabhupada is in his telling in his purport that the impersonalist, or the demons that are killed by the Lord, they also get this Brahmaloka or the Satyaloka. That is also got by when a person is killed by a devotee. I think somebody's killed by a devotee. That is what it is said. This is giving a comparison that how the devotee of the Lord is protected, In Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see that when everybody was doing kirtan, this Chand Kasi, he came, he and the envious people, the meat eaters, they were so much envious that they came and then they wanted to stop this Sankirtan and they broke the Mridanga itself. And then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know about this, he was so angry. He called all of them and then they marched to Chand Kazi's house. And then Chankasi was also very scared. But then he called the Chankasi out and he told him that why this is done, it is not correct, you should allow. And then Chankasi was a person who did not like, and just a day before they had gone there and they broke the mridanga. And now when everybody went along with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he was convinced, he was like, yeah, no problem, you all can have your Sankirtan, there is no issue. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him that yesterday you were so against it, you broke the mridanga, and now you are agreeing to it. Why is it so? So he said that actually after that incident, at night there was this person like having a lion face, body of a human lion face. He jumped on my chest and he told me that the way you tore the mridangam, I will tear off your chest. That is what. And he said that do not do this again. Otherwise, you will meet death. So he and the other who accompanied him, along with Chand Kazi, who were trying to, destroy that Sankirtan, they were telling that as they were approaching, they could feel a fire coming and burning their beard, and they all had rashes on their face. So that is what the protection the Lord give us. Fearless. We should not be fearful of doing our devotional service. So so here you see how God protects his devotees. Similarly, you see that he protects them and he empowers them. Here you see that it is said that the impersonalist jnanis, right? They and the demons killed by the Lord himself, what do they attain? Brahmaloka. And this same destination is got by those who are killed by the devotees of the Lord. Thus, you have to understand how the devotees are protected by the Lord. To reach Satyaloka planet described here is you have to go even, then the Prabhupada in his purport is telling the position of that even it is even higher than the sun planet, because we know, we study in material books how far it is. So we should understand that it is higher than that. It is an elevated position. So again, here it says that so killing is not bad when you have the ability that the person who is being killed is benefited. Otherwise, you do not have the right to kill. This is a second takeaway point. So it is just like that, giving up comparison, like a king or a government. Somebody has done a mistake. He is being sentenced to death. But is the king, does he gets any karma for it? No. He does it because it is for the benefit of that person. A prayashchit has happened. Otherwise, that will remain as a kutam and bijam, and again he will has to come for his karma. But when it is nullified over here, so it is a benefit for the person who has done the sinful reaction. That is one explanation given, and another explanation given in this is urdhva retasha. That is the brahmachari who has never discharged the semen. So here Prabhupada explains that celibacy is so important that one who does not undergo, no need of undergoing any austerities or penance, just maintaining celibacy, he can go to that Satyalok. After his death, he can go to Satyalok. So making us try to understand that how that sex life is the cause of miseries, because of that enjoyment, the sense gratification, people are committing sin one after the other. So how important it is to have a regulated. For that, even in Vedic civilization, it is allowed, but in a restricted way. We have the 4 varnas. Out of that, the grahasthas has been given the authority, has been given the the concession of having the sex life, but that also in a regulated way, to have the children who will take up Krishna consciousness. So therefore, people of this age especially do not know the value of it. As such, there are various entanglement with material qualities and sufferings, and suffer an existence of struggle only. So this is the second point we have to say. So the word Urdhva specifically indicates that Mayavadi sannyasi who undergo strict principle of austerity. But where do they go? What is mentioned over there? Where do they go? What is their destination?
Brahmaloka, Mataji.
Brahmaloka. Yeah. Brahmaloka, or some may go up to Brahmajyoti. But what it is said that even if they go to Brahmaloka, Brahma Bhuvana Loke Punaravartino Arjuna, again they have to come down. Even they go to Brahmajyoti, for how long they will sit as an atom over there? They will get agitated. Again they come down. So giving the importance of taking up devotional service is mentioned over here. So therefore, actual mukti or liberation can be attained only by devotional service, because by devotional service, we can go above the Brahma. Even Brahmaloka is in this material world, right? So we have to transcend even above that. So sannyasis become proud of become liberated, but that is not correct. They are again in this vicious cycle of birth and death. So here it is, in the end it said, Harim vinana mritim taranti. You cannot overcome mrityu without the mercy of the Lord. Without Krishna's mercy, no one can have liberation. So this verse has got 2 phrases. Arka Mandalam signifies that Dhruva transcended over the material planets, moving up to Dhruva Loka, which is eternal and beyond destruction. But after that also, his tenure, he was told that he can go back to the Vaikuntha planet. But for the others, you have to come down in this material way. Then Urdhva Retasha, which refers to self-controlled sages and yogis who travel upwards to the higher realm. However, Dhruva's journey was far superior because it was fully Krishna consciousness rather than merely yogic accession. This is what we have to understand. Dhruva, yes, he got, but then he was fully Krishna consciousness. So after his tenure, he could go back, but the others, no. They have to come back home. So we have to understand that there is something beyond the material achievements. Even great accomplishments which we get in this material world, they are all temporary. We have to take up bhakti because that is eternal. That gives us ya nivritas, eternal bliss, living for a higher purpose. Our goal in our life is not material. We should always strive to go back home, back to Godhead, serve Him, because that is our constitutional position, and achieve the love of Godhead. Similarly, we begin with material aspiration, but Krishna can transform our desire when we surrender. So that's why we say, even for material gains, you approach, but when you approach him, Krishna will, that purification will occur. Dhruva Maharaj is the greatest example, isn't it? Dhruva Maharaj, he went for material desire, but when he got the darshan of the Lord, all the illusion were, he did not know, when Lord came, he wanted to say some prayers, right, to glorify him according to the divine position of the Lord. So just by the touch of the conch, he was given the mercy by the Lord, and thus he became self-realized. He was given that empowerment. So that helped him to understand the importance of a 5-year-old child, that what did I ask for? But even then, God was so pleased by his austerity, so he was given, he could go back to Godhead. So the path of devotion is supreme. Whatever you should, yoga, yes, to control our mind, not for our bodily comforts, right? Jnana, the knowledge we should have, that supreme, you should have the knowledge, but not only knowledge, that we should have the knowledge that Krishna is the supreme and how to please him. because bhakti is only the highest part. We should focus on the devotional service. Rather, there are so many people, they are very much interested in ritualistic activity. Yes, doing ritualistic activity, but having in mind that we are doing it to please the Lord, not for our benefit, material benefits. Therefore, spiritual promotion is real. Just as Dhruva was personally taken by Lord Vishnu's associate, a devotee who surrendered to Krishna is guaranteed spiritual elevation at that time. Any examples? Who were taken by the Lord himself came down and took them in his Vimana. One is Dhruva Maharaj.
Gajendra Mataji.
Anybody else? These are the personalities in the but contemporary.
Mataji,
Tulsi Mataji.
Sant Tukaram.
Tukaram.
Yeah, Sant Tukaram. Then in the Pundanam. These are the great devotees of the Lord.
Pundanam.
Yeah, Pundanam. They were all, taken. The Lord descended himself. He sent his airplane to take them. So that is how the Lord proclaims in every that take my shelter, surrender. Krishna says that surrender, and we see that all the great acharyas, they will always strive. Like, let us be at the lotus feet of the Lord, because that is where this ignorance which we have accumulated under the illusion, we can overcome it. So the last verse for today. Yes, somebody can take up.
Hare Krishna. Read Mataji.
तान्हन्यमानानभिवीक्ष्य गृहका नागसश्चित्र रथेन भूरिशः औतान् पादिं कृपया पिताम् अहो जगादोपगतः सहर्षिभिः. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Somebody else was also trying to recite.
Yes, Mataji, I was trying.
Yeah. You can recite, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. तान् हन्यमानानभिवीक्ष्य गुह्यकान् अनागसश्चित्ररतेन भूरिशः औतानपादिं कृपया पितामहो मनुर्जगादोपगत सहस्रिभिः. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Translation. Krishnamurti Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranams Mataji. Translation by A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada ki jai. When Swayambhuva Manu saw that his grandson Dhruva Maharaja was killing so many of the yakshas who were not actually offenders, out of his great compassion, he approached Dhruva with great sages to give him good instruction. Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranams Mataji.
Padma Mataji, the purport.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dhruva Maharaj attacked Alakapuri in the city of Yakshas because his brother was killed by one of them. Actually, only one of the citizens, not all of them, was guilty of killing his brother Uttama. Dhruva Maharaj, of course, took a very serious step when his brother was killed by the Yakshas. War was declared and the fighting was going on. This sometimes happens in the present days also. For one man's fault, a whole state is sometimes attacked. This kind of wholesale attack is not approved by Manu, the father and lawgiver of the human race. He therefore wanted to stop his grandson Dhruva from continuing to kill the Yaksha citizens who were not offenders. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So you see, one man's mistake, the entire clan is affected. Any examples from Srimad Bhagavatam?
Daksha.
Okay. Yeah.
Mataji, King Janmejaya, who did that, who killed all the serpents.
Okay, but then anybody
Even
else?
Shringi.
Shringi. Yeah, one mistake done, the whole Brahmana clan, there was a downfall. Right? Even if Prabhupada says in the anybody anything else? Yes? Anybody wants to share?
Diti and Diti also no. Yeah, Diti I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Diti and Kardam Muni.
Can you explain, Mataji?
Yeah, Diti and Kardam Muni. Diti was saying, means what was wanting to
Yeah.
have that
Yeah, into
intercourse.
relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The wrong time she. So even we can talk about with the Dashrath, right? King Dashrath also, he had given two boons to Kaikeyi. And because of that, they had to send Lord Rama to the forest, exile, and the entire state was in distress. They were morose. Yeah. So but now Prabhupada is telling in this that even the present day also we see that how the war is taking place in different countries, right? For example, Iraq, the Russia and the Ukraine war, because only the leaders, they do not understand that in their greed for position to rule over, who is affected? The entire country is affected. So which according, if we know, we understand the scriptures, we can understand that this is disapproved. Only one yaksha had killed, he could have taken, but because of that, the entire Yaksha clan was under the attack and they all suffered. So this is what the Dhruva Maharaj was doing, it was wrong. So to instruct him, Swayambhuva Manu himself came to guide him and give him some instruction. Further verses is the instruction of Swayambhuva Manu. So today, the first 6 verse, it very specifically tells us that how when we are in distress, we cannot do anything on our own strength. We have to depend upon Krishna. We have to take the shelter of the Shastras, the Guru, and the Acharyas, right? And we see that the great, so many acharyas in our ISKCON itself, who are setting examples it gives us that we should not be on a bodily platform. We should always think about Krishna. Our own Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, also we can see that every one after the other, so many bodily ailments, but he never control himself from preaching. The moment he comes out, even in the hospital, every moment he takes, every chance he takes that he can preach. Srila Prabhupada himself has done so many, taken up so many austerities, staying in Vrindavan with the limited resources, traveling to and fro to Delhi to sell his books, then traveling at a very old age. He could have also taken retirement, right? But then traveling, going to US, living in a place like Bovary, where all there are so much Maya over there. But it is only because he was taken the shelter of the holy names, right? He was protected, and that because of that, now we all are sitting over here reading the scriptures. So this is what we have to understand, that how important it is that to totally depend on Krishna, take up what is the dharma for this Kali Yuga, what has been prescribed for us. That is Sankirtana and congregational hearing of congregational chanting, japa, and hearing the katha, hearing the glories of the Lord from the great devotees of the Lord. This is the only way that we can overcome this material miseries, right? With this, I end the session. Hare Krishna, Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. if anybody could want to add, can definitely add. If any realization, any questions, we can. Or if somebody wants to just do a summary of what is the understanding that they have got from today's class and how is it going to help them in future, can also give some insight, would be good.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, today's class is all the slokas are also very, very beautiful. As usual, all the slokas is day by day, we are learning so many things.
But today's Maya, especially, every time we keep falling down. So these slokas are telling, be strong in bhakti through chanting. And when Krishna is there, we can overcome anything. Nothing cannot touch us. So that is very, very strong messages we got through this slokas, Mataji.
Yeah,
Hare
very
Krishna.
good. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, that is what, no, this is what chanting is, what is very important. No need of doing lot of ritualistic activities and all the basic is chanting. Take up chanting and chanting under the instruction. So we have to take up the initiation. We have to come under the shelter of a guru, and then the real chanting comes in. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol Mataji, a very good realization. Hare Krishna Mataji, Suma Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danda pranams Mataji for the
Mataji.
wonderful class Mataji. Every day, I don't know, by the mercy of the Lord, I could connect Mataji, whatever is going on in my life, I could connect with each Bhagavatam session that goes on. So I'm very thankful to all the speakers, and I'm very happy, Mataji, because today I was thinking, Mataji, how the mistake that I was doing, like how we are so independent of Krishna, each and everything that we do, even on a material basis, Mataji, we rely on our powers, like getting up early and doing all the things and giving the lunch at the proper time and everything, Mataji. We are, I mean, though we say that we are in Krishna consciousness, we are not completely. As Prabhupada says, sometimes we are in Krishna consciousness. That I felt, Mataji, today, because we make plans each and every day as we wake up, so that if I do this, I can do it very properly. Do it because I'm very poor in time management, Mataji. So that is a very big problem for me. But we fail to know that Krishna is all powerful and he can manage the time and do miraculous things. We fail that, Mataji. So we always underestimate also that Maya's power. So even if we are very, we have to be very cautious, Mataji, that Maya's power that can take us, and that has so much of influence on us, Mataji, that I could understand. I am not able to put it in words, but today's class was so much helpful for me, Mataji. How we should take the shelter of Krishna's and his devotees and all that, Mataji, Shastra or Srimad Bhagavatam or whatever, anything that connects with Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Yes,
Hare Krishna.
Mataji. Thank you. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. It is Pundanam, the Mataji, yeah, Pundanam.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
never heard this name before, Mataji. This is
Yeah,
the
this is
first
from
time.
South. In South, it is Mataji.
Ah,
In
okay.
South India. Yeah, in Guruvayur, there's the beautiful stories of Pundanam. If you get chance, you can go through it.
Okay, I'll
How,
Google it.
he was not that educated also. And his Kriti, what he had written, was refuted by a great scholar. But then the Lord has come to hear his poems, because the heartfelt, there was one more devotee she got from, she's from Orissa, who got a Padma Bhushan award, This Mataji, she's illiterate. And she got a mercy of some sant, and she only sings. She does not know anything. She has not gone to school also, but she sings poem glorifying the Lord. And then her speciality is that she never repeats the song. Whatever she sings every day, it just comes for her. She's so much devoted. It just comes to her and she sings the glorification of the Lord. And so that is how, we should desire, how Dhruva Maharaj also desired, right? He wanted to glorify, and how he got that empowerment. So this Mataji also, she got the empowerment, right? And she's illiterate. She is not at all educated, but her poems are so much in depth, glorifying the Lord, and that was recognized by the government. So these are the teachings which we can take, that we have to depend on Krishna. There is no other way to get out of this material world. Haribol. With that, we can end the session.
Mataji, can we say that Yudhishthir Maharaj went for gambling, Mataji? He took the challenge without letting Krishna know about this, Mataji. One man's mistake.
Yeah.
Putting
Yeah. Yeah, one man's mistake has put the entire family Here we were talking about this is the entire family. Here the entire Prabhupada is mentioning it is the entire state, like the Brahmanas, Shringi, one person, the entire state, the present ruling politicians, therefore on their own benefit, their own strength, they put the entire country under stress. And who suffers? It is the poor people, the local, the the lower grade people, they suffer. The common man suffers. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. In today's class, one thing you said, Mataji, like we have to punish, what to say, judge punishes a criminal. So it's good actually, because there won't be any other, so that Kuta, Bija won't be there for him.
Yeah.
Mataji, I just
That
wanted to.
prayaschitta in that.
Yes, Mataji.
Getting
So it is good.
prayaschitta is so important, so that, you're finishing off and going. You can come with a new.
How is it, Mataji, when it comes to our own family, Mataji? Like we have to we are trying to bring our children also to the Krishna consciousness, and at the same time, when they do something wrong, we are supposed to punish or
Yes.
them to the right path.
Yeah,
So,
that is
and
okay, Mataji.
Mataji, I just wanted to know, Mataji, because yesterday's class it was about Vaishnava Aparad, also takeaway point. So they are also chanting along with us. Not if not 16 rounds, at least 1 or 2 rounds if they chant. They are also the devotees, Mataji. So how should we treat them?
No, Mataji, it doesn't. See, I'll tell you one where, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya actually senior to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Advaita Acharya wanted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be his spiritual master. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not allowing that, because, he is at a senior level. His father kind of, grandfather's level. So, but then Advaita Acharya wanted it. So what Advaita Acharya said, he started taking up Mayavadi philosophy. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know about this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and chastised and hit him. So that doesn't mean that it is a Vaishnava aparadh, right? So where you're correcting a child, that is not a Vaishnava aparadh, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
You're correcting it for good, right? To get the
Yes.
child back. So that is not that. That is what no misinterpretation should be done. It is we have as a parent, it is our right that we have to guide the child. We have to punish it, but that Krishna consciousness thing should be there.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Helpful.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, then Pranam. Mataji, like we were talking today about how strong the Maya is. So I got this realization the moment I'm trying to do something, even in my spiritual life, if I'm trying to do something and I'm not achieving it, and I'm praying to the Lord that I may, if you wish, then you just let me do this. And if somehow I achieve that, then at that achievement itself, Mataji, then the moment I achieve it, I just thank the God. Okay, but then the Maya is so strong, it gives, my mind then tells me, look, you're such a great devotee that you could do this. So that realization is that, Mataji, that somehow it comes inside that mind that, yeah, I'm a very good devotee, I'm so sincere, so Lord listened to me and I could do this. So, Mataji, at this time, what should I tell my mind? Because somehow I say, yeah, maybe I'm such great that Lord is reciprocating and allowing me to do.
Then I didn't get it. What it is, Mataji? You said that how?
Like Mataji, what at that time when these thoughts are coming to my mind, how should I,
Control it.
Yeah, that control it, or you should beat the mind. So how should I do at this moment?
Once, there was one Pujari who had come from Mayapur. So he's telling that, our mind, it goes here and there when we are, 1 minute. So what he said that our mind will go. So stop at that time. Where it is directing, just give a thought for that and then tell, no, now this is not the right time. Now I have to chant, come back. Get your mind back. For that way you have to do. When it goes to some other thoughts, stop your chanting, give us few seconds to that thought and immediately then bring it back. This is what the tips he had given us, how to get back your mind. So you can try that way, Mataji.
Yeah, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Otherwise, again, we will start thinking about it again and again and again. So give a few seconds to that thought and then say that now it is not the right time. This can wait. Now let me come back to my chanting. So you have told your mind, control your mind, yeah. So this was the tip he was given. So just try that.
Yeah, Mataji, because these thoughts, Mataji, come again and again. Like even if I'm cooking and chanting, or I'm doing anything and trying to focus on Krishna, then again this thought will come. Yeah, like you are such a great devotee that see Krishna is reciprocating so nicely. So that comes again and again. Then I feel that I may fall out because of I'll get somehow or other I may get pride in my these things, and I may commit some Vaishnava aparadha, and understanding like other people in my family, they are also devotees. So I may commit something like, okay, now I am so great and you are not that great. So that
Yeah, that
yeah,
that fanatism should not come, Mataji. That is where you have to control. That you should always tell your mind that I am a servant. That is our constitutional position. I am a servant. I have to serve. When I serve, when the others are also a devotee, then if I want to please Krishna, you say that you think that you're a great devotee, and Krishna will like that great devotee who is serving the other devotee. So then that the pride will not come. We are the servant of the Lord.
okay, yeah,
Mataji, can I say something?
Yeah,
Prabhupada said, no? Yeah, take the chappal and hit on your head, on the mind. Hit the mind and say, that you're not the one, that I'm not the one. I'm just your servant. When you do anything wrong, he says, hit your mind with a chappal.
Yeah, always that service which we do, that keeping in mind that we are the servant. That will keep us grounded. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Sudha Mataji, be on mute.
We can stop, Mataji, end the session, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, we can do prayers and end it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mataji.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां
Pavanebhyo,
पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो
Vaishnavebhyo
नमो
namo
नमः
namah.
अनंत
Ananta
कोटि
Koti
वैष्णव
Vaishnavinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare
Pranam.
Krishna.
Krishna Sarvat Pranam. Thank you so much,
Mataji.
Mataji.